Hey guys, welcome back. I'm back. We're going to do a reading today, and it's just going to be for whoever needs to hear this. Real simple. This isn't a message for any direct zodiac sign, any sort of situation. Literally, it's for whoever needs to hear this. I have no idea what's going to pop up. Once I start reading the cards, it is what it is. It comes up. If it's your situation, awesome. If it's not, move on. And hopefully, the next time I do a whoever needs to hear this reading, that it is for you. So I'm just going to burn a little Palo Santo here and cleanse the energy before I get going with the reading. What I do want to mention really, really quickly is that we do have a Mercury retrograde coming at the end of this month. So beware of that energy. It is going to be a pretty positive one. So I don't think you're going to be too affected by it. If you've been following here for a while, if you are a member of Intuitive Healing, if you follow my YouTube page, then you would definitely know how to navigate Mercury retrograde. If you want me to go deeper into this Mercury retrograde and the energies and the planet involved, the placement of where Mercury will be, and all of that and how that will affect your energy, then definitely let me know. I'll do a video for that. And if you guys want to know how it will affect your sign and your chart, specifically, with your own personal birth chart, let me know. I can do a reading for you, no problem. And then I also want to talk about really quickly before I get into the general reading that I am back doing personal readings. I took a little bit of time off because my father-in-law was in hospice in our home and he passed away. And I have some other personal things that I'm handling. So I had to take some time off and just sort of take care of my own energy. A lot of you know, I'm going to put this down, so hold 1 second. A lot of you know that it takes a lot of energy to read intuitively. Tarot's fairly simple once you get to know the basics, and I actually would like to do a class for you guys. So if you want a class, let me know, and I will do like a mini introduction class to tarot, and then we can get more in depth if you guys are into it. But tarot's pretty easy once you get to learn what the card meanings are and how they all work together with each other. It's like reading hieroglyphics. It's pretty easy. However, when you read intuitively, you get a lot of messages that are coming from different places and from spirit and from my guides and from angels and ancestors and your angels and your ancestors and all sorts of places. And it can be draining, to say the least. So physically, it is exhilarating for me to give the messages to you and for me to help you and guide you. But mentally and emotionally, when I tap into energy, it can be very, very, very exhausting. So when I'm personally going through something, I've learned that I have to step away. I'm really hoping that in the future I can learn to navigate both, but I am fairly new at giving you my energy. I guess that for so long I kind of held my energy within and didn't allow myself to tap into a lot of you guys and a lot of people because I know how much it affects me, but I'm learning it. And through learning that, I'm learning how to also protect myself while being able to give you all the best messages. With that being said, if I'm exhausted, I can't give you the best messages because I can't actually tap in to clearly what's the direct guide of what you should do, what you shouldn't, how you should handle the situation. And I don't want to, even for myself when I'm exhausted, I don't want to give you a false positive, a false read. So, for myself as well, I stuck my Palo Santo in a candle and I'm like, why do I smell wax? Welcome to my life. For all of you, as well as for me, the best way to tap into your own energy and your own guidance, your own intuition, is to start to meditate. And meditation can be very scary. I know for a lot of people, they don't know how to do it. And I think that the easiest way to do it is to just sit down and be quiet. And a lot of people say, well, I can't quiet my mind and I don't know what to listen to and I have so many racing thoughts, and that's great. That's what meditation is. So I know we're going to get into this reading, but I just want to go over this really quickly because it's been a big question. I've had people ask me and I've tried to respond, but this is the best way to respond. So here we go. When you're meditating, the purpose and point of meditation is to be able to observe a thought and not react or respond to it in the moment. So you're training yourself, your body, your mind, your entire being to just observe what is going on, no matter how extreme the thought could be on one side or the other. If you know me, I don't like to use bad or good, negative, positive. So depending on how extreme the thought is, you train your mind to not respond, not react, and just say, I see you, I hear you, and I validate that you are speaking to me and coming to me and you need something from me. I can or cannot handle that right now. So I will either learn to hear what you're saying and I will hear it right now, or I will put it to the side and we will come back to it later. In any way you are observing it, you're validating your response. And really what those ideas and what those thoughts are that are so sometimes scary are the child in us that just doesn't know what to do, and it wasn't validated when it was younger. And so it comes back and it goes, hear me, see me, I'm scared, I'm fearful, I don't know what to do, what are you doing, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is the self-talk that also causes anxiety. And so if we can learn to look at it, and that's what meditation is, to look at it and say, I hear you. I didn't give you the time. I didn't give you the energy. I didn't give you the validation when you were a child because I didn't know any better. Then we sort of pacify that need to scream, to be upset, whatever it is. We pacify that need and we push it to the side. We put it to the side. We don't push it because we validated it. We put it to the side. And we can observe it and come back to it and work on it when we need to work on it. And that's how we heal ourselves. That's how we work on shadow work. And that's really what meditation is. I hope that makes sense. It's really just observing every single thought and then categorizing it. Okay, right now, we're not going to do you right now. Nope. Okay, right now, yes, I need to observe you and look at you. Oh my gosh, that's a train of thought that is amazing. Let's tap into that deeper. Okay, so then when you're ready to do the healing work and do the really deep work, then you can tap into those other things that you've put aside and you can work on those. And something that I always recommend to everybody while I start to shuffle here is that I always recommend people to read The Artist's Way. It really is what spurred my growth and healing about 3 or 4 years ago. So I definitely recommend that. Okay, now I want to get on to a really quick general reading because I want to be able to put this up on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for you guys. So whatever platform you are watching me on, then you will still be able to see this. And if there's a better platform for you, then let me know. I like to hear everybody's information. If you want to get a hold of me and do a personal reading, then please give me a message. Send me a personal message here on Instagram, anywhere that you find me. I look at all of them. Not all the time, but Facebook's the best way. But if you can't, then that's okay. What else? Oh, before I start to read these, I do personal readings, in-depth personal readings for $50, and then I do a monthly subscription for $30. So if you want I always recommend doing in-depth personal reading first so that you can get a feel of what I do, if we connect, if I'm reading for you right, and that's just $50. If you enjoy that, then you can definitely sign up for the monthly subscription, which is $30 a month, and I will start charging on the first of every month, and then you will probably get those on the second week of every month, if not sooner than that, but you will be first priority. And I've got a few people already booked. I can probably open about 3 more spots for that. So maybe 5 more spots, depending on my energy level. I think 5. Let's go with 5 more. So if you want to do a monthly subscription, $30, that's awesome. Do that. If not, then $50 anytime you want me to read. If you recommend me to somebody and they contact me, then I will give you a $10 off your next reading. So there you go. Okay, let's go. So what I'm seeing is that a lot of you are being elevated, taken to God, there is a lot of major arcana here. Okay, a lot of you are being elevated and being brought to a higher level of spirituality, of your life, I'm going to talk you through this, of whatever it is that you're doing. You may be going to school to go to advance your career. You may be getting married, getting engaged, thinking about children, buying a house. This is advancing yourself, but you also may be being brought to a higher spiritual level, a level that makes you really go within and try to figure out what is happening and what's going on. And you may be taking a moment of rest. You know, the 4 of Swords is the Wounded Warrior card. Sorry, the Hierophant also, I will call out. If you do recognize your astrology sign, your astrological zodiac, sun, moon, or rising, then this may be an extra message for you. This is Taurus. And Taurus is all about higher learning, higher education, anything that's higher up from what you're already doing. So it could be bringing you to a higher place. But I think you came to this because you went through something that was really dark and deep and tragic for you. And so this is like the Wounded Warrior card. And we sort of take a step back and rest, and we put our swords away, and we understand that we need healing and that it's going to take a while. There's like cobwebs back here. And there's all sorts of, it's nighttime, it's deep rest. So because of the deep rest, it brought you to this space where you needed to advance yourself in some way. You needed to find a higher way. And I don't think you got here easy, because the next two cards are also what we call major arcana. And this is a major arcana card. And major arcana is the big players in the story. It's what really mean a lot, and what we really need to focus on. It's how we really learn what is important right now in our life. And then the number cards, those are sort of like the filler ins, right? So I think so you went through something really difficult, and it brought you to this higher place, this place where you said, okay, I need to come up to a different level. I need to level up in my life, however that is for you. Take it how it is: school, job, kids, marriage, spirituality, becoming stronger within yourself, taking care of your mental health, taking care of your physical health. You had to level up. And how did you get there? Well, you got there by looking at things differently. This is this card of Pisces, higher major arcana, and this is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man hangs himself upside down. He's not hurt. He's hanging there because he needs to see things in a different perspective. And the Pisces, in general, as a sign, they are the 12th sign. They are the closest to God, the closest to spirit, and they inherently understand what we are here for and how to love. And they hear so many different signals and signs, and they get so confused and flustered that they tend to sort of hide away sometimes. And so what they do is they see things from a different perspective, and it traumatizes them sometimes, right? So you have to put yourself in balance. When you see things from a higher perspective, you get hurt, you're like, okay, this sucks, this is hard. I need to just go, and I need to rest, and I need to just be alone. I need to see things differently now. Something shook me out of my core. Something shook my world, and now I have to look things differently. I can't see things the same way anymore. There's just no way for that. And if you've been following me, then you know that we're sort of elevating as a society, as a community, in our thought process. And that is taking us to a higher level in the world. And the people who don't really think in that sense, or can't think outside of the box, outside of the bubble, they will sort of be left in the wayside in a way in this revolution of where we're going with the age of Aquarius, which really kicked off last week with the Aquarius full moon. So what happens when you are shaken to the core, you're out of balance, you have to see things in a different perspective, and you can't look at things the same way that you used to anymore? Well, you have to become very Sagittarian-like, right? You have to get yourself temperance, the card of balance, the card of the angels watching over you, the card of divine. And it says, okay, you must bring yourself back to core, back to center, back to balance. You must connect all the pieces, and you must rest and come back to core. And once you do that, you can level up. And then on the side, for whoever this is, it's interesting. I have on the side over here two kings. So I have the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. And they're looking at each other. They're backwards for you. I'm sorry. They're like this for me, but they're looking at each other. Can you see that? Okay, they're looking at each other. So the King of Swords is very much the judge. He's blunt. He's like, yeah, I don't think I want that. And this is the very earthly king, the King of Pentacles. He's like, look, but I have loyalty, and I have gifts, and I have money, and I have all this stuff. And the King of Swords is like, yeah, no, I don't trust that. I don't think so. But why doesn't he trust it? So let's pull a card. Sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna, that's like the whole flipping deck. Okay. So what pulled up immediately is why it's not trusted is because it's got the illusion card wrapped around it. This is all about illusions. This is the Seven of Cups, and it's about all the different options and illusions. And so I think that there's an illusion in the world given. We're under an illusion in the world. Somebody's under an illusion. You are under an illusion for anybody that this connects with. And you've been under an illusion between what you know is truth, what you know really, really resonates with you and is truth, and what's sort of being sold to you from outside elements, be it people or whatever it is. So you have this sense of, I know this isn't right, but I don't know how to get out of it. Okay. Well, you don't have to get out of it. So that's nice. Oh, well. Let's just take a moment. You don't have to get out of whatever's holding you back, whatever mindset. This is a mindset. Okay? If it's not a person, it's a mindset. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know the truth. I see it clearly, but I'm being disillusioned, and Neptune is in retrograde. Neptune rules illusions and all that. So when it's in retrograde, sometimes you can see things clearly. So maybe now you can see things clearly, that you've been disillusioned by material things. And so basically, the universe steps in and says, you don't have to do anything about it. I'm going to give you a tower moment, which means that you haven't listened. You haven't been doing what you're supposed to. You've been resisting change, resisting moving forward for your highest good. So I'm going to do it for you, and then I'm going to transform you. Death card. Then you're going to transform. It's that easy. I know it doesn't seem that easy, and I'm sorry, but that's the truth. It's that easy. Once you go through this time where you don't know how to change your life, but you know you need to change and you need to see things differently, and you decide that you're going to come to your highest self and you're going to level up, and you decide which side really, really is truthful and honest, and what side is speaking to you in truth or from the outside. You either decide that you're going to walk that path or you don't. And if you don't decide that you're going to go along with it, I know a lot of people will say, well, I know I'm supposed to do this, but if I do that, it's going to shake my whole world up and I'm not ready for that. And I understand that. But here's the deal. If you don't do it, it's not like it's not going to get done. It's still going to get done, but the universe is going to do it on its time frame. So it might be 10, 20 years down the road. And what have you done? You just sat there stuck for all those years for no reason. Okay, here's the deal. We have in the outcome, the celebration card, which is the Three of Cups coming together, rejoicing, embracing togetherness, and the sun. And the sun. No matter what you have, it doesn't matter if the sun comes out, because once the sun comes out, everything is perfect. So basically, if you can readjust your thinking, readjust the way that you see something, someone, change your perspective, and start to trust your intuition and your gut and get right within yourself, the universe won't come in with that tower, and you'll be able to transform and then have sunshine. Now, interestingly enough, with this card, I always like to point out that, the rope is already almost broken. It's not like the death card, the transformation card of Scorpio came in and was like, it was like that was already ready to happen. And so take credit for that. So the universe comes in and it's like, okay, I'm going to cut this rope. I know you've already kind of cut it, but I'm just going to end it. Right. Also, hello. Totally. That's what he does. He cuts things. So he came in and he's like, okay, we're going to cut that. See the light back there? See the light? And see this door shut? And see the light in the new door? Boom. There it is. And then we're rejoicing. And then we're happy. Woo. Okay. I can't see because I have my glasses on, but I just want to check the time, and that's it. That's all we're going to talk about for today. If that resonated, then let me know. And if you want to do a personal private reading, please let me know that as well. And sign up for a subscription. Okay? All right, bye.